And we are recording. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are recording, and it has been a long time since I've sat in this chair doing this podcast and actually giving you guys an episode of the DJ Bagpuss show. But as you all are here, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, get comfortable, and welcome to a 2-year celebration, the 2-year special podcast of the DJ Bagpuss show. I can't quite believe I'm saying 2 years, like, honestly, absolutely crazy. 2 years ago, March 3rd, 2017, Season 1, Episode 1 of the DJ Bagpuss show went live. March 3rd, 2018, this time last year, I opened up to you about my illness. And now, March 3rd, 2019, I'm giving you guys a podcast back where it all began. No Analysing Arsenal, no Bagpuss Uncut, going back to the DJ Bagpuss show, a show that is currently in its second season, and the last episode was in June of 2018. So I've not been doing very well when doing these podcasts, and I'm going to be giving you guys a huge channel announcement in just a moment. I want to start actually just very briefly touching upon my 2-year celebration and talk about, you know, an anniversary. 2 years on YouTube is quite an unbelievable achievement. And this is going to be quite a unique podcast, as I've not really planned it. I've got no kind of planned thought process. I normally plan it by like writing out an itinerary of what I'm going to speak about. I normally would do an episode of the DJ Bagpuss show for about an hour and a half, 2 hours really. I want to make this short, want to make it snappy, and I kind of want to just get my point across, you know, and not kind of go on for an hour and a half, which I could very easily do, but I kind of want to get it short, get it sweet, and get it punchy, because really, for an anniversary, I want all of you guys to see it. And even though this is a very popular series on my channel, I know a lot of you are not going to sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and also for the fact that, you know, the best messages are the ones that are short, that are sweet, and that kind of hit the mark, and that's exactly what I want to do. I just want to first and foremost say, you know, thank you. I know that this is just a hobby in my eyes, and I've not earned a single penny in 2 years of doing this YouTube channel. I kind of spent the first kind of, I'd say, 12 months treating it as a full-time job, trying to see where it would go, and like it kind of took off. And you know, realistically, and I'll get onto this when I'll actually give you guys a channel update, you know, at one point I generally thought that, hang on, if things kind of get to the next level, we could seriously have a really promising chance of getting something, you know, and doing something very special out of this, making this, you know, a permanent job. That didn't happen, so I'm now in a permanent job. I kind of do this when I can as a hobby, and I'm again going to be discussing about that. But what I want to say is just thank you, you know, to anybody who's watched, you know, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, who's been here from day one, who's kind of, you know, joined the ride halfway through. I mean, we've recently had a FIFA 19 soundtrack songs video has hit 2,000 views. I woke up one morning and saw the view count and saw that it hit 1,000, and then a week later it hit 2,000. I mean, like, you know, stuff like that doesn't happen. You know, it doesn't happen to somebody that's just, you know, sat down, turned on the camera, and, you know, began kind of seeing where it would go. The fact that, you know, I never thought when I uploaded that first video 2 years ago, you know, I never thought that I would be sitting here 2 years later with my own camera, with my own, you know, kind of editing software, you know, with my own channel that I have successfully ran for the last 2 years. I didn't think that that was something I could achieve. And when I look back on my life, I can look back and say, you know, well, I did do that. I didn't do it, you know, for money. I didn't do it to try and get fame. I kind of did it just as a way of seeing, you know, at that time I wanted to get into presenting, I wanted to get into radio DJing, and I needed a kind of show reel of proof, and that's where this channel idea came from. The idea that in the back of my mind I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've always kind of looked at YouTube and just doing videos in general, thinking, I would love to do that. I feel like I could be quite good at that. I've always had that in me. And then, you know, when I had the idea of doing the show reel, rather than just doing it for myself, I thought, why not I put it out online, which is a bold move really, because I didn't know what, you know, the response was going to be. You know, to be able to do that, and then by doing that, and then actually, you know, having a small collection of people, you know, having, you know, 26,000 lifetime views over 2 years. Now, it may seem small, and it is small, and I get that, but, you know, I can still look back and say, I did that. You know, I've had people watching my videos, I've had, you know, small, not even success, I've not earned anything financially, but I've had, you know, to have 5 videos have 1,000 views, you know, that is I mean, I always say about how many eyes, but I'm not really my maths, and it's a Saturday night, you know, and I'm recovering from a party on Friday night, so I don't really know how many eyes that is. But that's a lot of people watching the video in my eyes. You know, 1,000 kind of people watching one video, 2,000 people watching one video is absolutely crazy. And I feel like we've kind of made some good videos. We've done some great things. We've made some great kind of, you know, as I said, we've made some great videos, and you know, there have been some highlights. You know, I still regard like my Fortnite's Funnies video that I did last year, my Analysing Arsenal series just as a whole, you know, my 100 best songs ever, even though that got blocked by pretty much everyone and everywhere on the YouTube scene. But, you know, I've had moments on this channel that I've looked back and I thought, yeah, that is good, that is great. And I would say that, like, you know, a message to anyone out there, like, if you're interested in, you know, getting into YouTube, and YouTube is more popular than ever, you know, it's like every single person and their grand wants to be a famous YouTuber, and it's not easy by any means. You're not just doing, you know, this kind of, you know, sitting down, turning on the camera, recording, editing, you know, that isn't easy. And to actually kind of make a career out of it is almost impossible, you know, but give it a go. You know, life's too short. Don't wait around. If you know, have an opportunity, if you feel in the kind of pit of your stomach, and I've always judged in life that, like, your gut instinct is really important. If my gut says to me, you know, go on, do that, I normally do it. If my gut instinct says, no, don't do it, I won't do it, and I've always lived by that, and I think that's very important. You have a feeling when you go into any new experience, when you do anything new in life, you have that moment where you kind of, in the pit of your stomach, you say, yes, do this, absolutely do this. And then you'll get other moments where you'll be like, no, I'm not going to do this. If you've got that feeling in your gut and you're nervous, it is nerve-wracking. You know, I was absolutely terrified uploading that first video, you know, and it was an absolutely, like, just a horrible video in general. It was an awful video. To where we are now, to where we were started, you know, it's just, it was absolutely diabolical. You know, so, you know, be ready and take that chance. You only get one shot at life. So, you know, give it a go if you want to record a video, you know, and the best way to start, you don't need to have, you know, snazzy editing skills. All you need is a camera, a chair, and you know, a place to be able to share your thoughts and feelings. And if they're good thoughts and feelings, if they're interesting thoughts and feelings, and if they're unique thoughts and feelings, people will watch. And then over time, you know, that first video that I did was awful, badly edited. There was no visuals, it was just an audio recording. And I spent like 2 weeks on it, and it was an awful video because I had no idea what I was doing. I was all over the place, really. And you know, that, because I got the views, it wanted me to improve, to get better, to grow, to develop, to expand, and that early kind of rise is pivotal for you to be able to maintain something like that. So, you know, and that is just for anything you do in life. If you have an opportunity, if you want to do something, do it. What is stopping you? We only get one go in this world. We better make it a bloody good go, you know. And you know, the support that I've had, you know, from family members that have allowed me to pursue this, to friends that have supported me and given me ideas, that have, you know, appeared in videos and helped me along the way, so just the general support, really. Like, you know, I have no right to have anybody watch my videos. You know, it's your choice. It's a choice. You choose whether to click onto it. You choose whether you don't want to click onto it. You know, and you know, I've never ever pressured anybody into watching, you know, my content. I've thrown it out there and said, if you want to, give it a watch. And I've had negative comments. Obviously, I'm going to have negative comments doing something like this for over 2 years. I've had, you know, a fair share of negative comments, but I've had some lovely, really warm and really positive comments, and it does make you think, you know, particularly when you've done something for 2 years, you kind of sit there and think, yeah, I have done this. And you know, all of that support, the love, the support, the care to the channel, you know, even when the channel's gone through rocky moments, which it has done, particularly over the last 12 months, you know, that overall kind of sense of just kind of real warmth and support that you guys show means the absolute world to me. And there are people behind the scenes, and you know who you are. I'm not going to sit here and kind of, you know, verbally, you know, kind of expose your greatness and your support, but you know who you are. The special people in my life, my friends, my family, special people that have got me to this moment, you know who you are, and I love you and love each and every one of you. So, you know, that is the main message for 2 year celebration. And I thought, you know, there is only one video to do, and there's only one place to go to kind of look back over a 2 year, you know, YouTube moment, and that is to go back to the series that started it all. And that's kind of solved two things, or three things actually. A, because I need to give you guys a big update. B, because I need to restart the DJ Bagpuss show. And C, because, you know, it's been a while since we've done like a podcast. I've been either analysing Arsenal, a couple of game videos here or there, or Bagpuss Uncut. You know, the fact that it's been, you know, it's the second series and it's been like 8 months since the last one. It's just been absolutely crazy. And like I said, I've had some great videos that I've made. There's also videos that I've made that I've looked back on and thought, oh, I changed that here, I changed that there, and it's all about kind of growing, expanding. I will save my top 5 videos, because I did a montage recently, which I didn't say the montage was in any order, but those are kind of my favourite videos. But like Fortnite Funnies, the DJ Bagpuss Music Moments Experiment, FIFA Soundtrack Quiz, 100 Best Songs Ever, and the opening episode of the DJ Bagpuss Show, and my Valentine's Day podcast that I did for Valentine's Day 2018 are personal highlights. I've answered the question that I've gave. I'm not going to expose it in a video, and I've just done that. I might tweet out, maybe, keep an eye out on my Twitter at DJBagpuss998. I might tweet out my top 10 best videos at this point, so stay tuned, but I can't really, if you were going to sit me down, you know, give me a pint and ask me that question, I'm not too sure. So, you know, we'll save that for another day. But what I want to talk about now is a YouTube update, because this, I mean, if you're a fan of the DJ Bagpuss just channel generally, then it's worth you guys knowing this, but it's for my own peace of mind, because I do take this channel very seriously. I'm not here pissing around, and I haven't done the channel very well over the last kind of, you know, well, six months or so, with plenty of justification I've not got around to talking to you about. And I finally, you know, I thought for my 2-year anniversary, we're going to sit down and give you this channel update. And the main thing really, the biggest update really, is that come January 2020, come the end of this year, I'm stepping away from this channel. So I'm kind of really saying goodbye, but it's a goodbye for now. What this is that I've thought about it long and hard, and I know it's a hobby, but I feel like you guys deserve to know what I'm thinking and why this isn't a permanent goodbye. But I feel like for the moment, and I'm not, as I said, it's the end of this year, beginning of next year, that I'm going to walk away from it. But if I say it now on camera, I will have to go through with it. There's no backtracking, and trust me, I've had this kind of verbal argument in my head, you know, for many days. Every time I get around to making a video where I've kind of sat there and thinking, right, I'm finishing this now, I'm ending this now, and then I don't. And there is a reason why I'm sitting down here, you know, this evening and talking to you guys about that. It's because I can't let go of it, not until we finish what we've started. But you know, this job is a tough, well, not job, but actual YouTube as a hobby is hard, and you can't make a comment on it unless you've done it, you know, without any shadow of a doubt. You can't make a single comment about it, because it may look easy. You know, this probably looks to yourselves very easy. I'm just sitting down, sitting in front of a camera, and I'm just talking. You know, it's just, you know, I've been doing it, you know, 2 years that I can, you know, do this with my eyes shut. But it's a very mentally draining thing to do, because, you know, you've got to kind of speak, you know, like a normal human being, and it's very easy, particularly when you're on camera, to, you know, mess up your words, jumble up your words, say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing for a start. You've got to be very conscious about how you're presenting yourself. That doesn't take into account the editing, you know, the actual uploading, the promoting. You know, you've got, you know, recording, you've got editing, you've got uploading, you've got promoting, and then you've just got kind of just maintaining. You know, you've got all these 5 things to do, and they sound very easy, but they're very difficult. And, you know, like I said, and as you know, I started this, and kind of from, well, we started the channel in March of 2017. From, I'd say, probably June, July when I graduated from college. From July 2017 to May 2018, this is what I was doing. You know, I had the financial resources to essentially give myself, you know, a year to see where this channel would take us. And, you know, even though I was making good, you know, content, I was making, you know, up-to-date content, and I would say from about January of last year, so this time last year, from I say January to like April time, January, February, March were the 3 best months I've ever seen on this YouTube channel. You know, we were getting 500 views there, and then we were getting, you know, another 500 views, 1,000 views, 700 views. You know, the views were so consistent and so high in my eyes, I'm not talking about tens of thousands, but you know, from where I was kind of getting, you know, maybe like 50 to 100 views here or there, consistently getting, you know, 100 plus views over a 3-month period, I was thinking, you know, this really, you know, all we need is one video to just explode, and we were getting closer and closer, and then it kind of just fell away really. And then obviously I had to get myself a full-time job, because you know, you need a full-time job not only for money but also to survive, and you know, it's quite important. You know, I had to get a place of work, and you know, I love the actual job that I do, my full-time job. Again, it's a very mentally straining job. You know, it's sitting talking all day, being on a computer, and the actual commuting side. You know, I'm getting up on a weekday, and I work Monday to Friday. I'm getting up at 6 a.m. I'm getting home at 6 p.m. You know, I have to shower, have my dinner, and then by then I'm either watching telly or falling asleep. You know, there are many occasions when I get in and I just go to my bed and just sleep. And there's been a lot of occasions, particularly in my Analysing Arsenal videos. I mean, I had it, you know, classic example this week. We played Bournemouth on Wednesday night, and I was going to do an Analysing Arsenal video. I was watching the Chelsea-Tottenham Hotspur game, and I just fell asleep. And I woke up the next day and I was like, oh. And the problem with Analysing Arsenal is that you have to kind of do it on the day because it's current. You're kind of giving your immediate response to a game. If you don't get it up on that same day, A, it doesn't really have the full effect, and B, it really doesn't statistically do very well because there's been quite a long period from when the game finished to when you're actually uploading it. So, you know, and I've had that on multiple occasions. That is kind of the first issue. And the second issue is that I've had, at least I'd say, in the last 6 months, 10 videos that I've abandoned, that I've started to record and stopped, that I've recorded and never got around to editing, or I've started editing the videos and got rid of them because I just don't think it's good enough. And I've always said that if I don't think it's good enough, if I don't want to sit here and watch it, why should you sit here and watch it, you know? And I mean, like, classic example, FIFA 19 content. Said to you that I would do FIFA 19 content. I've done 2 pack openings. The first one was at the game's launch, where I couldn't upload because I didn't get a chance to edit. I didn't get time to edit. The second one was a pack opening that I did in February. That was awful. So I just canned it. I did the recording, and as soon as I finished recording, I was a waste of time. I just kind of decided to not do that. I am hopefully going to be doing a FIFA 19 video or 2, maybe like a foot draft video and a pack opening. That is kind of the plan. And you know, the reason why I'm giving myself from now till, you know, the beginning of 2020 is I've got series that are still running, and I want to finish the series that I've started. And I want to do that because I feel like, you know, you wouldn't mind, you know, let's be fair, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, the world is not going to end. You're not going to lose any sleep if I kind of cancel all of my series, but I will. Like, it will affect me, and it feels like, what would be the point? What a waste to spend 2 years building up a channel, getting subscribers, getting views, doing all of these series, putting loads and loads of time over these last 2 years to just say that I'm just going to give up because it's getting a little bit tougher. And I have fallen kind of out of love with it. You know, my job kind of has taken centre stage, and when I'm not working and I'm not sleeping, you know, I've been out socialising and enjoying the limited free time that I have. I don't have a lot of free time now, so when I do, I like to kind of just sit back and unwind. You know, for this channel to be like it was, you know, last year, I would have to literally work full time and then, you know, do the YouTube channel. You know, when I'm not working, that's what I'm doing, and I didn't want to do that. You know, when I was doing the channel, you know, on a full-time basis, I was just pissing around for most of the day, and then in the hours that I should have been sleeping, I was doing the channel. So I've not really been able to find the balance, and because I have kind of uploaded, you know, here and there and done, you know, bits here and there, I have kind of fallen out of a love of doing that. And also kind of, I'm not saying that it's like impact, because it has impacted on the channel. You know, the channel has suffered from my lack of maintaining the channel, which is understandable. If you don't put effort into it, you're not going to get any effort out of it. It's done actually better than what I would expect, because the videos that I have done, like my FIFA soundtrack video, is just getting me kind of so many views that are coming in, that's keeping the channel alive. And is Analysing Arsenal, which I am also going to be, you know, rounding off. I will not be doing a third series of Analysing Arsenal. At the end of this season, we are wrapping that up. Because, you know, there are times where, you know, I'm not feeling very well after a football game, or I'm not really in the mood to record, and I don't really want to. And, you know, I've always had this kind of idea that the first stage in solving any problem is recognising that there is one. I think it's a wonderful quote, and quote. Oh, it's a 2-year celebration and a podcast that is unedited, of course. We've done so well up to now, I feel. You know, the first stage in solving a problem is recognising that there is one, and, you know, for me to kind of have this battle in my head, for me to kind of sit there and think to myself that there is a problem, for me to kind of keep thinking to myself, I don't want to record it, and having this mental argument in my head, you know, it says to me that there is an issue. So, you know, I want to round off the DJ Bagpuss Show's second season. I want to conclude Bagpuss Uncut. I want to conclude DJ Bagpuss Music Moments and Throwback Thursday. You know, I want to round off all my football content, and I also want to do 2 FIFA videos, and then for FIFA 20 I want to, you know, do a big celebration, because FIFA is a very special part of this channel, and, you know, it's giving me time. So it means that, you know, I'm now not going to be worrying if I don't upload a video. It's because, you know, now if you've watched this kind of, if you've watched this podcast, you'll now know why. So I won't be worried, and I will try to get videos out as quickly as I can, but I'll always get videos out to a high quality and a high standard. If I don't think they're up to a high standard or a high quality, I will get rid of them and they won't see the light of day. But it gives me, you know, from March 2019, you know, it gives me kind of 9 months essentially to conclude the DJ Bagpuss Show. And what is great about this is that because I'm not going to be deleting the channel, I'm just going to keep it round off all my series, so it is kind of a full story. We've got a beginning, we've got a middle, we've got an end, and then we're just going to leave it. There are 2 kind of positives to that. A, because those videos will always be there, the channel's always going to be there, so you can always go back and relive the DJ Bagpuss story, if you like, and it means that it gives opportunity, so that's A. B, because it gives opportunity for me to, if life takes me down a different path, if I kind of get into a position where I've got a great idea, a great series, and, you know, for what reason, you know, for one reason or another, that the channel starts to pick up speed again, it means that I can re-upload. And I've said that to you because this isn't a permanent goodbye. It's goodbye for now, at the end of the year, and then it would be kind of, well, for more of the better word, kind of really, you know, me almost kind of sitting there and thinking, you know, I've wrapped up that story, and it gives me a chance for a new story to begin, and it gives me kind of a chance to, you know, focus on a different path, to find out what path my life goes down, and whether YouTube will come back into that path at a later date, who knows. And, you know, it just means that the channel is there, it's locked away, and we can either reopen it or just let it drift, you know, and drift into the internet, you know. So it leaves it as you would like in a successful TV series that say it's their last ever episode. Like 24, for example, had 8 seasons. They locked it away and then they brought back another series. You know, it leaves the channel nicely in a position where if I never uploaded a single YouTube video again from kind of the beginning of the new year of 2020, then that's fine. It can drift away into kind of, you know, existence, and, you know, it can fade away into the world, or it will be that it could be the stepping stone for a new journey should we get there. And that really is the update. You know, it's the update that I have got ideas, I've got videos I've got in mind. I'm going to be wrapping up my series, and I won't be saying goodbye to this channel until I've done exactly that. My aim is to try and get that done by January, so I'm just not constantly slacking. And I mean, like tonight, sitting down, recording, I love it. I love it, and I love the editing, I love the uploading, and I do love YouTube, but there have been more moments of me, you know, dreading doing it than actually enjoying to do it, and a hobby should be like that. So I'm going to actually wrap up the podcast there. I think that's a good way to kind of conclude. I think it's kind of, I've kind of said my piece really, and I just want to say thank you to every single one of you, to each and every one of you that has been there, supported me, watched the channel, and I wanted to give you guys the news and tell you exactly what I'm thinking. And, you know, we've got lots of exciting stuff on the way. We're going to be wrapping up these series, and the DJ Bagpuss, you know, journey, you know, yes, we're saying goodbye, but we're not saying goodbye yet. So until next time, this is DJ Bagpuss signing out. Take care, and I shall speak to you all later. This is DJ Bagpuss signing out. See you later, everybody. Bye bye. So that is the special podcast done, and I wanted to, as a little bit of a treat and a little bit of a bonus, I wanted to kind of show you guys exactly how I kind of set up a recording. I think it's a good time really, because normally when I do recordings I put the camera down, there's like my workstation, which I'm not going to show you, but behind that camera is like my editing computer and where I normally sit. So in videos you normally see like this background from where I'm sitting, so all of my like, recording software is all behind, this camera and in front of myself. But when I do the DJ Bagpuss show, because it's a podcast, I like doing a podcast setting, the chair goes behind this wall and I'm back. So essentially, if I move you along, so like as you can see there, so these are the two sides. DJ Bagpuss Show Live, which was kind of, both of these actually were designed by my sister, which I really do I love this design. I don't really know if they're like the bricks. It's almost like a spray can. When you see on like buildings, you see like graffiti kind of sprayed onto a brick. I don't really know. I just said make a wacky, cool, fun design, and that was the design. This is obviously the chair of dreams, and this chair, like, I got this chair because when I watch football with my father, we obviously wanted to put a chair in as well, so he's got somewhere to sit. I normally kind of sit over on my bed, but I kind of didn't really have time to move it, and didn't really have a place to move it. But when hopefully, I really want to get in a guest before the DJ Bagpuss Show Season 2 wraps. I want to get myself a guest to sit in that chair, so I sit there, guest sits there, and then we've obviously got the camera here, and that is essentially it, really. So like, if I move that, there we go. So I really kind of enjoy these settings, and like it doesn't take too long, but it kind of differentiates from my normal video to my podcast, really. I may do a video in the next few weeks showing you how I edit videos. Maybe let me know down in the comment section below if that's something you want to see, because really I did a video in college, which I kind of showed you how I did an episode of the DJ Bagpuss Show, and it isn't really that complicated, and it was like a 30-minute video. So again, I would say I'm going to put you guys down. I want it to be as raw as possible, so this is like literally what you guys see. So it goes there, and I kind of do some moving around, so sometimes I have that or like that, try and get like the perfect frame, if you like. And then I sit here, put the camera on. I normally do my coughs. I normally have a drink with me, but I thought as I'm only doing a short and sweet podcast, I didn't really need one. But I just wanted to give you guys the idea that I'm always kind of thinking about not just what I'm doing in this chair, but also kind of what you guys will be seeing on the other side. That is my plan. And leaving it like now, that needs to be moved because I like to get the shelf out of there like that. So I just wanted to say as well, I really hope you have enjoyed the channel, if you have been a part of it over these 2 years, if you've, as I said, if you've started from day one, or if you've recently come along for the ride. And if you're new to the channel, if this is your very first ever DJ Bagpuss video, then welcome to the channel. And if you do enjoy the content, then just show your appreciation by leaving a like on the video. Please be sure to leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new around it. And most importantly, letting me know your feedback is the most important thing to me. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, comments, and all of that down in the comment section below. I respond to every single comment. Leaving me your thoughts on Twitter at DJ Bagpuss998. Use the hashtag DJ Bagpuss 2 year celebration. I'll be uploading some special bits onto my Twitter on the actual day of the anniversary of the day of when this is going live, March 3rd, 2019. And essentially that is that. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a bonus clip and show you kind of how raw, a video from where we are now to what you're going to see to how it actually finally looks. There is a lot that goes into it, and my next job now is going to be editing and putting all of this lovely stuff together. So I'm going to do it now, and you'll be seeing this video in the morning. So take care. Bye bye.